This week on Scam School, we give you the single most powerful tool in all of cardistry. This episode of Scam School brought to you by Jack Threads. Welcome to the show that'll teach you to keep your wallet full and your liver begging for mercy. Scam School, the only show dedicated to social engineering at the bar and on the street. I'm your host, Brian Brushwood, and this week we reveal one of the strongest, most potent, most important props in all of Magic. It's a utility prop that'll allow you to look like a badass. You can use it to control minds. You can use it to predict the future. What you do with it is up to you, because we're going to learn the secrets of the invisible deck. Maggie, Travis, what you are about to experience is nothing less than a miracle. And I can't decide if what you're about to see is because I have wizard powers or because I was struck with by radioactive lightning that gave me like prediction powers. But there it is. Brian's prediction. That does not say Brian is prediction. That's my prediction right there. And look at this. I actually put this together yesterday because I didn't know when I was going to do this effect. I even signed my name across it, so you know no one's tampering. Feel that. What's it? You feel something in there?
I wasn't thinking that someone was tampering with it.
Yeah, well, now you will. Now you're thinking. There's no. All right, here. What's in here is a deck of cards, and that's what I want you guys to visualize. If I were to ask you, Maggie, just pick a card off the top of your head. Turns out, fully 50% of the time, if you are a female, and this is not me being sexist, this is statistics, 50% of the time you're going to think of the Queen of Hearts. You didn't think of the Queen of Hearts, did you?
I did not think of that.
Good. That's thank goodness. No. Yes. Bucking the trend is what you're doing. Right. Other popular cards are the Ace of Spades. What I want to do is I want to truly isolate a single card, and I want to allow for the possibility that maybe, just maybe, there are things I'm saying, that there's things I'm doing, that maybe there are certain hints I'm dropping from my body posture, from my tone of voice, from my circuitous way of speaking, that hopefully will land you on the exact card that I had predicted. All right, so I want to begin. Who wants to go first?
Oh, I do.
Travis does.
Okay, which is why Maggie will go first. Aha!
That's just the way that, you totally just.
We'll start with Maggie.
You're a wise
Maggie,
leader.
All I want you to do, I want you to imagine you have all the cards in front of you in two piles, right? You got the black cards in one hand, the red cards in another.
Okay.
I want you to, now, magicians will do something they call the magician's choice, where they'll say something vague, like, name one of them. And if it's the one they want, they'll say, that's the one we'll use. If it's the one they don't want, they'll say, we'll throw that one out. So I'm going to be very clear here. Of those two piles, I want you to hold one and set fire to the other pile, okay?
Oh my gosh, okay.
All right, which one did you keep? Which one did you set fire to?
I kept the red and I set fire to the black.
Okay, so we're stuck with red, no matter what. Now I'm going to kick it over to Travis. Travis, I want you to imagine we take the red cards, we separate them into hearts and diamonds, okay?
Okay.
Now one of these, you're going to drop into a blender, and then an angry midget will urinate on the remains of whatever goes in it. This is how disrespectful you got to be to one of these suits. Which suit is the one that goes in the blender and gets urinated on?
The diamonds are covered in little person urine. The red is intact.
Hesitation. So diamonds are out. We're down to the hearts. Now we got number cards and we got letter cards, right? The number 1 through 10, or I guess 2 through 10, letter, ace, jack, queen, king. You're gonna hold on to one of them. The other one, you're gonna like ninja star, make it rain, and you're gonna poke them out the eyes of everyone in here. Which one are you gonna keep? Which one are you gonna ninja star?
I'm gonna keep the numbers.
The numbers. You keep the numbers, and then it's just like ace, king, like that. All right. We got evens, and we got odds.
All right.
Which ones do you want?
You're nailing us down here.
I know.
Somehow. Okay.
You're gonna take one of them, and you're gonna hurl insults at it until it bursts into flame spontaneously. Which one?
Odds.
Evens or odds? Okay, wow. That was fast.
I want to keep the evens.
Eat that, odds.
Yeah.
You freak cards. So now we're down to, we're at hearts, we're at even hearts, we got 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. I want you to imagine them laid out in front of you, and I want you to reach forward and point to one card and tell me which card you pointed to.
8.
Hey, wow, no hesitation.
Yeah, I say.
That's good.
What kind of couple we are. But
8 of
we
hearts.
don't-
That's good.
decision-making.
I like that. That's great. Okay, so here's the thing. Before I even showed up here tonight, I had a feeling. It was a dream within a dream. It was trickception that happened to me. And I made my prediction by taking a set of my Redback bicycle cards. I took out one of the cards. I drew a big fat X on the back to mark my prediction. And I flipped it upside down and stuck it inside the deck.
If it's the 8 of hearts, or the 8 of, if it's the 8 of hearts, I'm gonna like crap my pants.
I have no idea.
What was your card?
It was the 8 of hearts.
The 8 of hearts. And I want you to see, out of the entire deck,
Oh my gosh.
there's only one card that I turned face down in the entire deck. And you'll notice a big fat X on it.
Wait, can I flip it over?
Can you flip it over? I don't know.
Am
Wait.
I allowed?
Are you ready for this?
No.
What happens if this is what you think it is?
I don't know.
The 8 of hearts.
Then God exists. God exists. I didn't think so, but he does.
Eat that, atheists!
You know.
Did you guys like that?
That was amazing.
Okay, now here's the question. Do you guys want to learn how you can perform this at home?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, then
Oh,
toast me and toast our sponsors. Let's do this.
Yes.
Let's see, you got scurvy, head lice, and full price. 3 things that totally suck that you don't have to worry about anymore. Head lice and scurvy, I think you can work out. But our friends over at Jack Threads have the sweetest brands for up to 80% off. It's like you get to jump the line and get all those sweet brands like Kid Robot, Hurley, Stussy, Converse, they're all there at up to 80% off. Now, normally there's a big fat line. You gotta arm wrestle like a giant ninja robot to get inside. Not if you're a Scam School fan. Head on over to jackthreads.com/scam. You'll get to skip the lines. You'll be in the party while all the other people are out there like sad homeless people. Be shuffling around paying their full price. And you're laughing from up top. You're like, what's up, Jack Threads? Okay, seriously. What's going on through your head right now? How good on a scale from like 1 to brain explosion was that trick?
I know magic isn't real, but
Like, I know the
that was an
method.
impressive illusion.
I know the method. It was a trick.
Yeah.
You can't fool me. Now, this is, in all sincerity, one of the most powerful principles in all of magic that I'm going to teach you. It's a utility prop that, in this case, I used it to act like I was using mind control to force you in one direction or another. You could just as easily make it a ghost hand illusion, as you're about to find out. There's a million different things you could do with this, and every performer out there has their own unique take on it. There are few magic effects that are so open-ended and so impressive that you can literally do just about anything with them, and this is one of them. And I'm so thrilled that you guys are the ones who are enjoying this with me. A while back on the show, we had world champion magician Michael Amar on, and he showed a trick that he mentioned used something called the rough and smooth principle, using a bunch of business cards. Some were face up, some were face down, and the different parts of the the printing on there caused the two faces to kind of be sticky with each other, so that as he spread the cards, they looked blank on both sides, but really you were seeing two sandwiched faces to each other on this. Likewise, this is a utility prop that you can construct at home that magicians know as the invisible deck. As you can see, I can spread the cards and you can see that all of them are face up. It passes inspection beautifully. If you're in a bar, there's no way you're gonna suspect anything about this deck, especially because if you flip it over, the other side also appears to be all face-up cards.
I see.
Because every card is actually 2 cards being spread apart at the same time.
Whoa.
And every single one has the X on it to mark it as my prediction. So when I say it didn't matter and everything
It
was windowed,
really
it
did not
really
matter.
did not matter.
Like sincerely, severely did not matter.
So here's the thing. We're gonna learn how to construct an invisible deck, and you guys are gonna get to take one home with you
Okay, cool.
so that you can perform this for your friends. You down for it?
Elmer's glue or something.
All right, we're gonna make our own invisible deck. So you already kind of caught on to the first part. The first part is that there's something tricky about these cards that causes them to easily move off 2 at a time. Do me a favor, Maggie, just spread through that deck, see how that feels. They want to stick together at all times. And again, at a casual glance, they're clearly just 1 card at a time, and it's now, give it a soft touch and spread them apart. See, you're pushing hard,
I'm pushing hard, I'm pushing hard,
So what you wanna do is give a very soft touch. This is the only move you have to do under fire, and you'll understand what we're doing with this when we get to this point. Lighter, lighter, lighter touch, lighter touch.
Like you're holding a baby chick.
Yeah, like you're holding a
There you
baby
go.
chick.
Okay,
There you
there you
go.
go. There.
Okay?
I see.
So then try it again here. We'll have there you go. Now you're
baby
seven.
chick
It's
thing
very
works.
much a touch thing. Once you mentioned the baby chick, it was all over, right?
It's like, oh shit, a baby
I
chick.
understand. All of a sudden. Okay. Cool. Yeah, that
There
makes
you
sense.
go. Okay.
Got it.
So the question, of course, is how do you set it up so that these cards want to stick together? And this is a concept that magicians call the rough and smooth principle. And there's a billion different ways that you can apply it and a billion different things. We're doing it with cards because that's the simplest one, but I've seen this done. In fact, I'll tell you this much, in my stage show, I use this exact principle for an awesome mind reading routine, and nobody ever knows it. And that's what I love about it. So to make your own invisible deck at home, you don't have to spend any money. You just need to get some Krylon matte finish.
Spend a small amount of money.
Well, yeah,
$7.99.
$3 or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's what you're gonna do.
Small amount.
You'll notice that there's a pattern when you set up your invisible deck. What you want to do is, first of all the cards need to have a system for how one can lead to another. As I spread through these cards, is there anything, Maggie, that tips you off as to how these are arranged? What about you, Travis?
As to how they're arranged?
Yeah. I mean, not that they're in any particular order, but
These seem to all be even.
Doesn't seem.
nicely done.
Yeah.
And over here,
They're all us.
they're all up, right? When you construct your deck with the rough and smooth, you're gonna set it up so that at all times, both sides add up to the number 13. Okay? So we got a 6 on one side, a 7 on another. We add them together and we get 13, right?
Okay.
Now, likewise over here, we got a 2 on one side. We got a jack on the other, jack being 11.
Right.
2 and 11 is 13. The only tricky ones that you gotta do is with kings, you gotta decide which suit you're gonna associate with even and which suit you're gonna associate with odd.
Okay.
Makes sense? And in this case, what I did is diamonds have 1, 2, 3, 4 corners, which is even. Clubs have 1, 2, 3 bulbous spots. Right.
Yeah.
What did you call them?
Clovers.
Oh, clovers.
But
okay,
I guess they
know.
could be leaves.
I thought you
don't
called
know.
them bulbers, and I thought that was an awesome name for them.
That's a great name. But
Bubblers, the bubblers.
Yeah, exactly, and then likewise, the King of Hearts has 1, 2 humps on
Right,
top, and then
right.
the King of Spades has, well, if you think about it, 1, 2, 3
I wonder if
points
they
on
maybe
there.
did that on purpose.
Maybe, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So now there's the important question. How do you get the cards to do the rough and smooth thing? And so this is where this stuff comes in. What we're gonna do is we will start. Here's what I want you guys to do. I want you to start by taking all of the cards out of this deck, and I want you to arrange them in their pairs, side by side next to each other. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Now here's the best part. You always want them to total up to what amount?
13.
13. And look at the way this already kind of sets up. If you take the kings off, the queen and the ace are already together. The jack and the 2 are already together. The 10 and the 3 are already together. The 9 and the 4. So they already line up naturally for it. Any questions so far?
I don't think so.
So your only thing left to do is you've got to spray the roughing fluid on the fronts or the backs. What do you think?
The back.
The backs. Why?
Because that's the thing you don't want to show.
Exactly, right? See,
'Cause
Travis?
That's the whole trick.
Travis has it down. Okay, so
got
do
it.
this. Take all of your cards, flip them all upside down. Now you probably want to keep them relatively in order because it'll make it easier for you to pair them up when you flip them back over, right?
Yeah.
But you do want to expose them so you see the entire card here. When you spray these, you don't want to get in real close because that stuff is going to just drip on there. It's going to totally screw it up and it won't be useful for anything. Instead,
Right,
you want to
cut it
do
up.
a very light dusting at a distance. So you just spread them all out so that you can see the entire back on all of them. And from about, I'd say, a foot or 2 up, you just want to cut it. Have you ever done spray painting on like, you want to get a nice even spray
Yeah.
paint coat?
Yeah.
So you
You
want
see it from a distance.
yeah, so you do it from a distance and you just little short bursts. So it's just sort of, psst, psst, psst. Oh man, we're gonna get so high on these fumes. This is gonna be
Sweet.
amazing.
And inhalants or get you real high, man. It's pretty awesome.
And it's better to do too little than too much. Yeah, look at that, man. You're like a
artist.
friggin' artist. You got it, boss?
Perfect.
Yeah!
So you just pair them up like you just put them together like
Now you
that?
just gotta pair them up. So I'm gonna take the queen of clubs and pair it with the ace of diamonds.
Okay.
And
The
in
king
this
and the
case,
king.
there you go. And
I got it.
so squeeze them together, and you'll notice they want to stick now. You feel that?
Yep.
Now here's the last thing you gotta decide. You gotta decide, because you gotta be consistent. Is the even side face up or is the odd side face up? Which do you guys want?
Even.
Even doing
Even.
what?
Okay,
Even.
so
Face up.
just remember which is face up and which is face down. All right, now this is your deck that you made with your own hands. We're gonna see if you guys can do the trick on me. Take as long as you want.
I can
Work it
totally do
through.
it. That means that Maggie can totally do it.
Yes, you guys can do it as a team. Here we go. Start from the beginning.
So, long before time, Maggie and I, our souls, our kindred souls, we chose a card. Even before cards even existed, we chose.
And we flipped it over in the deck.
Thank you, Maggie. That was very succinct. Very well done.
She brings me back to earth.
Yes.
Really. She's my, she's my rock.
That's why you guys are like yin and yang.
Yeah. And
Meant to be.
and we feel that our souls are so powerful in the universe that we can just communicate that
select
to
them.
you.
You want me to pick a card?
I want you to pick
No,
the card
no.
that we selected.
Oh, yeah, no,
Yeah.
oh, this is great. So you want me to try to like use telepathy and figure out what card. You turned it around and you empowered the other volunteer, which I thought was a very clever way to
Alright.
do it.
I'm about domination. I'm sorry.
You know what? Hold on. I think you guys picked the 7 of spades. Pause everything. All right, I said the 7 of spades.
7 of spades.
So
So we
what?
have to flip it over.
Wait. You don't have to. You don't. Hold on.
Don't say that.
I said
we paused.
I want the 7 of spades, which means, and this is where you got to think ahead. If what I want to see face down is the 7 of spades, what needs to be face up?
The evens.
The evens.
So we don't need to flip it over.
Right.
I was wrong.
So okay, so here's what
Okay.
you want to do. The moment I say 7 of spades, the first thing you want to do is figure out what the counterpoint card is, which would be
6
of
hearts.
6 of hearts. So the moment I say 7 of spades, instantly forget what I say. And
Six of hearts.
instead focus on
6 of
6
hearts.
of hearts,
6 of
right?
hearts.
So that's where I want you to be. So okay, so I say 7 of spades.
And I think 6 of hearts.
Yes, and you say, well, let's take a look.
Well, let's take a look.
This is it. What? Keep going. Wait, I see one card face down, right under the 6. Oh,
think
wait.
this might be your card.
Get in close up on this.
I think
Get
this
ready.
might be your card.
I said the 7 of spades.
You did say that.
This is the one I thought that you had reversed.
I think you'll be very pleased.
So you just X out on everything. Okay.
You have true wizard powers. That was amazing. Extraordinarily well done. Thank you so much, Travis. Thank you so much,
Thank you
Maggie.
so much.
That was
Thank
amazing.
you.
You guys rocked it. Enjoy your invisible deck.
We
It's
will.
awesome.
Thank you so much.
Now, the thing about the invisible deck premise is that it's going to require a lot of work to put it together. But once you have this thing, you can use it for literally any kind of effect you can imagine. Are you controlling the mind of them in order to cause the card to be flipped over? Or are you predicting the future? Are you influencing them to make them think of that particular card? It's all up to you. Easily one of the most powerful principles in all of Magic, and you have the power to make it for yourself. Now, I know some of you are out there thinking, oh man, this is gonna take like 8 whole minutes. I don't feel like doing that. Good for you. We've got a little place called scamstuff.com where you can buy pre-made invisible decks right this minute, and I'll be the one to sit there and dust them and go through all the effort to make that happen. By the way, I want to hear all about your success stories, so post them in the comments right down below. I answer all of those. You can hit me up on Twitter at twitter.com/wood or follow the show at twitter.com/scamschool. And of course, if you want to suggest your favorite bar scam, write me directly at brian@revision3.com. Next week, we're going to be learning a very important lesson about why you should never smoke near your moonshine still. But until then, I'm going to go to this bar. You got drinks in here, right?